Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Saw some of the clouds clear out of the area from the earlier briefing, so seeing more sunshine at the moment and seeing those temperatures warming up into the upper 70s and slightly gustier winds since the 8 a.m. briefing. But overall, expecting pretty nice conditions as we move through today with warm temperatures, but we will have a slight chance of an afternoon, early evening shower or thunderstorm pushing through the area as we move through the next 24 hours. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have high pressure over the area with some scattered showers around earlier this morning. This high pressure will build in over the northeastern part of the country. We'll see the wind shifting more onshore as we go over the next 24 to 48 hours, and then eventually this area of low pressure is going to track across the northern part of the country, bring back those warmer, more humid conditions with a better chance of some showers and storms, particularly as we get into Wednesday night and into Thursday. But overall, we'll see some daily slight chances of pop-up showers and storms as we move through the week this week. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning, sounding pretty light winds through the columns, not seeing any of those winds get above 30 knots. Overall, southwesterly near the surface, becoming more westerly through much of the column, and then northwesterly as we get up in the upper levels. The freezing level today is at 11,500 feet. If we take a look at the current visible satellite, we can see a lot of that cloud deck moved out of the area from this morning, but we are starting to see that cumulus field develop once again over the peninsula with that daytime heating. So expecting that to continue as we move through the daytime, and that will be where we see that chance of a pop-up shower or storm moving through. If we look at a short-term high-resolution model, see how things are expected to play out as we move through the day. Again, expecting that cumulus field to develop. And as we get into the afternoon, particularly as we get past the 1400 local time frame, that's when we'll see a chance of a few light showers or storms popping up over the region. Not a high percentage chance for us locally here, but nonetheless that chance will be there, about 20% chance as we move through. And we should see that start to phase out as we get past sunset with the loss of that daytime heating, and then we'll see mostly clear to partly cloudy evening overnight with maybe a slight chance of maybe seeing some patchy mist around in the area for the early morning on Tuesday. And as we move into Tuesday, we'll see those winds shifting more onshore. That's going to keep things potentially a couple degrees cooler as we move through the day on Tuesday, and that will also help keep things a little more stable. But nonetheless, can't rule out a slight chance of a pop-up shower or storm once again on Tuesday, depending on how strong that onshore breeze gets going. But at the moment, looks like that breeze will help keep those showers mostly on the western part of the peninsula, but can't again rule out any impacts from that as we move through the day on Tuesday, particularly into the afternoon hours. And then going overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, we see increasing clouds becoming mostly cloudy to overcast, and our better chance of rain will start to arrive as we get into Wednesday afternoon. If we zoom out here, look at the European model longer term forecast as we go into the afternoon hours on Wednesday. This is when we're going to see our best chance of rain showers and thunderstorms in our area, and the best aerial coverage, our wider aerial coverage overall, particularly as we get into the afternoon time frame on Wednesday, and then that continues as we go overnight and into early morning hours of Thursday. And then we could see some lingering rain chances as we go through the morning on Thursday, and possibly an afternoon pop-up shower during the afternoon hours on Thursday, but should see most of the activity moving out by the time we get into the second part of Thursday, and then going overnight into Friday. Maybe a very slight chance of a sprinkle passing through, but we'll have this upper level low that's going to park itself just northwest of the area, and we'll be keeping an eye on that because at the moment it looks like that will stay just north of the Wallops area, providing minimal impacts, but if that sinks further south, could see some additional rain chances. Overall, Friday looks like just a slight chance of a pop-up shower, very slight chance, and then going into the weekend, things looking mainly dry as we move through the weekend forecast, looking pretty nice conditions overall to end the work week. So if we look at our 24-hour weather risk chart for today, We do pick up that yellow chance for precip and lightning as we get into the afternoon time frame. Again, looking mainly past the 1400 local time frame, about a 20% chance we see a pop-up shower or thunderstorm in the area, and that will continue until about 20 local this evening. But until then, we'll see temperatures warming up to around 82 degrees for the afternoon, seeing partly cloudy skies. Could see a ceiling develop around 3,000 to 4,000 feet, but overall just seeing partly cloudy conditions. Winds out of the west currently, and we see those winds likely shifting more out of the south as we get into the afternoon, get a sea breeze going. Seeing those peak gusts up around 17 knots as we move through the day today. Then we'll see those winds lightening as we go through the evening time frame, becoming more south-southwesterly, and then light and variable as we go overnight into Tuesday. That's going to allow temperatures to cool down to around 66 degrees. That will also allow a slight chance of some patchy mist around the area, but seeing that low around 66, and then we'll start off partly cloudy as we see those winds shifting more onshore by the start of the day on Tuesday. Tides are running normal at the moment. If we look at Tuesday, we'll see partly cloudy conditions and seeing some mostly cloudy conditions at times. Again, that slight chance of an afternoon shower, very slight chance of a thunderstorm with that onshore breeze pushing most of that activity a little further inland, but can't rule that out. So looking at yellow conditions for our precip chances, high around 79 degrees. And if that onshore breeze gets going a bit more stout, could see that temperature a couple degrees lower than that. But Tuesday night, looking at partly to mostly cloudy conditions. Slight onshore breeze continues. Low around 66 degrees with green conditions expected. And as we get into Wednesday, we'll see those clouds increasing, becoming mostly cloudy to overcast. That wind will turn more south-southwesterly to southwesterly, and we'll have that good chance of scattered showers pushing through the area by the time we get into the afternoon, as well as a chance of those embedded thunderstorms with that activity. So looking at an orange risk for precip and yellow risk for our lightning threat, particularly during the afternoon and into the evening hours for Wednesday. Overall, slightly breezy conditions with a high around 79 degrees. Looking at green conditions for our winds at this time, but with the potential for those showers and storms. Can't rule out some potentially stronger, gustier winds with any of those showers or storms moving through. Looking at the extended forecast here, we'll see as we get into Thursday, we keep some lingering rain chances and some slightly breezy conditions. Warm conditions as well with a high around 83 degrees, and we stay in the 80s as we go into Friday. Partly to mostly cloudy conditions with a high around 81. Just a 10% or less chance of seeing any precip on Friday. We'll be looking at that upper level low. Keep an eye on what that does, but as we go into the weekend, looking at very nice conditions with temperatures hovering right around or just below 80 degrees. Low temperatures in the low 60s and partly cloudy conditions through the weekend. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.